when I do most of my characters, I've been wearing something really comfortable. And I felt me having to take care of so much more beyond my acting actually affected my performance and my peace of mind. I didn't enjoy that part of it. That's not something I'm actually comfortable wearing, or like, it's not the regular me, it's not the real me. There were so many doubts I had. I don't like to walk into a set where I have so many doubts, issues and debates about what I can do, the limitations I can do. It's rather better I don't do films like that. Learning a skill of looking glamorous and beautiful, that's a very tough task.
Every time a film is not something that you're expecting it to be, there's some sort of like negative. I might be trolling something I've done in the past, or and that's happened as well. Jai Hi in Telugu, when I was working, I was like, let's hear it. Firstly, the dubbed version, I was really worried because I'm like, but then I watched it and I was like, okay, I don't know.
I know.
Joyalika's world's favorite jeweler diamond wedding collection by Paradha.
Juicy, spark the happiness, quench your thirst naturally.
Aashik, India's #1 trusted gold buyers. We released pledged gold instant cash payment.
Tillu Square, you said that that's something that you were not comfortable with and you would not do that again. Was it just the fact that this girl was, super glamorous and, expressive, she liked to kiss, that kind of thing? Or was there something else? Are you saying that I don't want to be slaughtered as arm candy? I want roles that go a little beyond that.
So, that is majorly because the clothes I wear in the film, or the way I have to carry myself in the film, required a lot of effort. And in my personal life, I am someone who's like very comfortable wearing a t-shirt and just jeans and just chumma chilling. And when I do most of my characters, I've been wearing something really comfortable. And I felt me having to take care of so much more beyond my acting actually affected my performance and my peace of mind. And I didn't enjoy that part of it.
I'm not getting that. It's like it's because you had to worry about how you looked. Is that what it is?
Yes, because that's not something I'm actually comfortable wearing, or like, it's not the regular me, it's not the real me. So when I'm not the real me, there is like, I like to go to a set and stand in front of the camera when I'm extremely comfortable. So that I just don't want to worry about anything except my performance. Not even about the lines, just my performance and how I can have that presence of mind. But while doing that, I was always conscious about how I look. Am I looking pretty? Or my outfit is okay? Like, there are so many things. Am I going to be comfortable doing this? There were so many doubts I had. I don't like to walk into a set where I have so many doubts. When I did Tillu Square, I knew what kind of a film that is going to be. But then I, as an actor, I committed to that project. And when I commit to the project, I have to do, no matter what it is, what the director tells me, I have to surrender. So for me to surrender and not complain about things and just not like have like issues and debates about what I can do, the limitations I can do, it's rather better I don't do films like that. So that's not going to create like a peaceful atmosphere in the set too. Yeah. So it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I committed to that film and they can expect things from me. So that's not their fault. It's my fault if I was not 100% comfortable in doing things.
I'm not doing this blame game thing. I'm just trying to understand. And I think you explained it quite beautifully.
Yeah.
But how did you, the fact that you were not comfortable in your words, how did you get over that in order to deliver the performance?
It was a very difficult.
What did you do?
So it was very, very difficult because it's like learning a skill.
Okay.
Learning a skill of looking glamorous and beautiful. That's a very tough task. It's the most difficult thing. I'm telling you, you can do anything. You can just go fight. You can get like hurt. You can cry and all of that. No, I respect all these actors. On screen, they look so perfect with their abs and they're just glamorous. They're embracing it. No, I feel they're doing a really good, big thing by doing that. But I'm not able to do that comfortably and effortlessly.
Okay.
Probably because I'm not that in real life. I wear the most comfortable things and I cannot put so much effort in looking good and like hot and just steamy. I don't. So I'm more than happy if I have just one costume in a film. I have not even changed my earrings or anything in the film because I was like, okay, this girl is like this. Let's maintain it that way. That's the best way possible. The only focus I want is on my character and how I portray it. So that was Tillu Square was a very great opportunity. It was a very big challenge, one of the challenging films that I've done. And I'm really glad it worked. No matter what like people think and the hatred I get.
You got hated? I'm not aware of that. That's why I'm asking. So
yeah.
Because?
It was a very bold, daring thing for Anupama Parameswaran, who is the girl next door who did films like Pavam films like Shatamanam Bhavati, Premam and all, doing something like this. And she's the villain of the film. She's very, 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 sensual sometimes. She has her own intent and all of that. People and well-wishers didn't like it. Most of them just
the hate came from online.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in person too, there are people, I remember just some people saying that we loved you so much before you did that film, we hate you now. They just called me.
They came to your face and said, I hate you now.
Yeah, we don't like you anymore because of that. There are people who said that. People constantly commenting things, really bad things, because I did that film.
Just because you did one glamorous role.
Yes. The world is...
That sounds a little bizarre. It's
yeah, no, it really is. But I think somehow there's some sense of like she's grown up in front of the camera. So I feel like people here have some
ownership,
think that they have some ownership and want her to,
like I say, they can say, I can understand somebody saying, I wish you hadn't done that, but hate is
it's obnoxious, but I think I feel like I've witnessed some of it, or I feel like I don't understand it. But it is very extreme, I feel, over here. Like the celebration and
sorry you have to go through that.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's not just me. A lot of people go through the same thing. So, but like here it's not like a normal thing. But probably in a Malayalam industry, if I did the same film in the Malayalam industry and then I did a character like that, they would appreciate me. Okay, she did something different. Yeah. But this industry, they're still like, they're expecting me to be in a certain way.
I guess we're going back to that earlier thing we said about stereotyping. Right?
Yes, that's what. That is what it is. So I don't blame them because clearly they are the reason why I'm here. But there are things that I do for myself and just to prove to myself. But I really hope they would appreciate it. But today is not the time that they appreciate it. Someday, I wish that change happens where people see characters as characters and not as actors, like the real person. Yeah.
Oh my God. And so, have you ever been hated?
I think every time a film is not something that you're expecting it to be, there's some sort of like negative interactions that happen in the form of hate or in some way it reaches you. But I don't know, I feel I think it's not been extreme and as difficult, but I do manage to keep it somewhere. And like, yeah.
Do you dig into like social
media? I read everything.
Oh, you do?
Oh I'm very gutsy. I feel like, no, so people have told me don't do it. And I'm just like, see, as long as I'm in a good space and I feel secure enough.
Space and you're putting yourself in a bad
yeah, so I know I'm not, it doesn't affect me. Like if it does affect me, I won't put myself through it. If I'm in a really bad space, I won't go through it because I feel like I won't be able to stand up for myself. But when I can laugh at it. And like I want to know what people think of like a character that I played, a film that, and like with a lot of my films, there's a lot of shit being written about me. And it's actually really funny. And like with the whole Hridayam conversations around beauty and like how I shouldn't have been Pranav Mohanlal's lead woman, it was hilarious to me. Like I thought it was just really...
What was the one comment that made you say, oh my God, this is so out there?
There are really... I think I can't be saying it on camera.
Okay,
There's
just
some
beep out the words
really
and tell us.
disgusting ones.
Oh my God.
But it was really funny for me that we're so used to a certain standard of beauty that if somebody challenges it a little bit, people are like out there to remind you that they think you're ugly. And I'm just like, go for it. Like, you have fun with it. And I love the fact that I got to do this. Like, I feel like I'm really excited that I get to shake things up a little bit.
I know, I did that too.
Between,
I did that too.
Yeah. So,
I think I told you last time, or maybe I told it in my head or whatever it is.
Please
but,
tell me.
that scene with the iron box, right?
Yeah.
I told you, right?
Yeah, I think you've had a conversation with Vinita in an interview. I've heard it.
Yeah, okay, with Vineet, yeah. I mean, I thought she was fantastic there, and I was like, good
Psycho.
lord, that I could. Yeah, no, I really could. I knew the place you were in.
Yeah.
That was so, you did that so well.
I was
So-
talking about this in
Yeah,
another interview where I was like, oh my god, this girl is so scary. I was
Yeah,
so
that's so
scared.
intense, and I think that place, and I think I'm also saying it's the reason I ask you is because I sometimes with certain reviews, I face these waves of hate, right? It's like I think in the middle of a hate
Yeah,
wave
yeah.
right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's very funny sometimes
Yeah.
how people want you to be something or represent a particular view
Yeah.
when you're a human being and you're just responding to something at
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
moment or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
it's not about me, it's about you. So
Yeah,
like,
no, but I think it's the same for all of us, right? Like we're going by what I feel today might not be what I do tomorrow, and but I have to do a film today, and even I might be trolling something I've done in the past,
Yeah.
or and that's happened as well. So yeah, it's but with social media, everybody has a voice and everybody can say whatever they want. And for me, it's like when I'm working on something, me and my director and my co-actors in the team we've created something, and we know why this person
Yeah.
has done this. Why did I do that line that way that they're laughing about? That was my ask that day, and I'm okay with you not liking it. And the
you
work
have
we
to
do.
be actually, if you
Yeah.
want to keep your sanity,
Exactly.
you have to be,
Yeah.
right?
So,
It's like,
yeah.
But I think there is a big issue with changes. An actor evolving. That's not something that really has to happen overnight. Like people want us to put that effort for long and long and long.
yeah, you think so? Because if supposing you're playing for the lack of a better word, a mature character, like what you're playing in Paradha. By mature, I mean like somebody, it's a serious film, serious issues, etc., etc. You think people say that you should wait for some time before you get into a role like this?
I mean, even for if you see what I did in Tillu is not very, very different from what I'm doing in Paradha. So they don't really appreciate that change.
Okay.
They appreciate the change from Shatamanam Bhavati, Premam to Tillu. The good changes are not very much appreciated comparing to the so-called not very nice changes of the society is what I feel. So today imagine I am saying that I'm not comfortable wearing short skirts. Tomorrow I can change my opinion. And that should be normalized because every human being has a different opinion every
you
single
change.
day. You change.
Yeah.
But that is like a big issue. They want to...
You said this that
Yeah,
day.
how-
Look at
Actually,
her wearing.
that's a fantastic point
That's
because
true, that happens.
people evolve.
People
And-
evolve.
Yeah.
And that should be normalized.
Yeah.
Like human beings evolve, we are also human beings. We evolve. And
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not 18 always. I'm 29 now.
Yeah.
I'll be 35 and I might change everything that I like about me and what I give the audience. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was speaking to a production person the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and he said something very interesting. He said, as a critic, you should, every 5 years or few years, you should revisit certain key films and see how you feel about them
Now.
at that point. And then, kind of, so keep a conversation going, which will show your evolution as a
Yeah.
person. By evolution, I don't mean becoming some great soul, not like that,
Yeah,
but just
yeah,
how
no,
you've
no.
changed, right? It's like,
Yeah.
and how you're reacting to that. Because there are a lot of movies that I enjoyed as a kid, which I'm
Now
like,
yeah.
now I can't
the
watch them.
perspective changed.
So just, not because the movies have changed, it's you have
You have changed, yes.
So,
Yeah, and even with conversations like I was talking about, what's there online, right? When you're performing it, you're thinking it with you and a bunch of. Sometimes it does make it larger. Like the conversations that there are perspectives from everybody that suddenly when you watch it, sometimes something someone said makes sense, right? And when you're like, oh, maybe I should have thought of that when I did this scene, or so I it makes sense. I sometimes watch an old film of mine to just see what do I think of it now, and I think it's I also watched Jai He in Telugu when I was working. I was like, let's hear it. Firstly, the dubbed version, I was really worried because I'm like, but then I watched it and I was like, Okay. I don't know.
I know.
Was it bizarre?
It was really bizarre. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really uncomfortable for an actor to hear another voice.
I want to hear Bison in Telugu.
Yeah, you should. You
Oh,
should.
yeah, that could be
It's
cool.
really fun.
You know, you spent a lot of time doing theatre,
Hmm.
and how was that?
Yeah, it's, I mean, like we had a quick chat about it, and I think you must have known I'm very alive and joyful when I get to do theatre. And like, I think it's very easy for us to, especially when you're in films, to get stuck in this chase, right? Like you're constantly, I mean, like I said, it's so much more valid, right? Like with money, with anything that you do lasts forever, the kind of reach you have. In all ways, you somehow sort of get stuck in keeping that going. But the kind of experience I get from theatre, like I feel like nothing else gives me that. And while nobody gets why I would say no to a film and go do a play, I get it. And I'm okay with, as long as I'm taken care of for the month in terms of money, I'm very, very happy to say no and just go do the play, because I know I'm really gaining a lot from it. So, like, yeah, I think and different parts of me are at work when I'm doing theatre. And I think that's been really, so there are 2 plays I've been working with right now, and both are running and both are doing shows. And so as and when I get breaks, and if the group is free, we go and we do a bunch of shows together. So
explain that to me. So when you said different parts of me are alive,
Yeah.
why isn't that available on a when you're performing in front of the camera?
not just, I meant also as a how do I say, for one, like all of these things, you know, there are stereotypes even when there aren't stereotypes. Like with films, I have mostly been I haven't been able to really break my, you know, like I haven't been wacky. I have been a very sober, sane woman going through things, fighting it. I've not played a really crazy character. On stage, I've done all kinds of things. And you know, with my body and with films, I feel like it's all very in the same space, unfortunately. And I'm aware of it. But I am not able to change it by myself. In theatre, what happens is you're working with something for so long that you get to do everything with it. Like even if it's a sober, sane character, you can try something really wacky with it and then maybe not do it, maybe not go through that option, but you get to explore so much that, that apart, I also meant just when, you know, for a play to come together, there's mostly like whatever, 10, 15, 20 people who are doing everything. So for the play that Roshan is directing, which is Bye Bye Bypass, I'm sort of like a producer of sorts. I'm doing all the EP work. I'm the one who's getting everyone together, to like ordering food, to like buying tape that's required. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a part of me that I really enjoy that. I mean, so it's like there's a group that's coming together and taking, okay, costumes are something you're going to be good at. You handle that, you know, that's sort of an ensemble coming together to really make things happen purely for the love of theatre. That doesn't happen in films. Like there are many other things you can get from films.
So tell me one thing that you get from films that you don't get from theatre.
How real it all gets, right? Like I remember, I think I've spoken about this in Turumugam. I remember there was a day when it all felt so real. Like, you know, you get to be in a home and you get to, so that's a beauty that
The physicality.
yeah. And you know, with stage, you're always, that's the beauty of it, that it's also limited, and from the limitations you make things. With film, I really find, I mean, I've started to enjoy how real everything is, and like, you know, even with like how close you can get to, with someone like Rajiv and shooting you, I really feel like he gets into my soul or something. But you know, like something like that is something that you do in theatre, but in a very different way. So those are things I now started to really appreciate with
But
film.
this is fantastic. You get to do theatre, and then you get to work with Mahesh Narayanan, Rajiv Ravi.
No, please
You know, it's like-
Anupama Parameswaran.
Anupama
Please stop this.
Well, you're working with Mari Selvaraj. You're working with,
yes.
you know.
But she basically, she's already told me that next time I'm like doing a play, I'm supposed to
Call
her out.
me.
Will you
I
be
would
able to
love
go though? If you had to choose between like this really big film and her theatre project, which would you choose?
A very big film where I'm like totally peaceful. Probably
might
I'll
be, yeah.
request her like
Can
for the
you
next play,
please
please do that. That's the flexibility I would get. Yeah.
You don't have a choice. You have one
You
or
have
the
to
other.
pick. Pick
Uh,
fast.
I mean, psychologically a play. I want that kind of a
You're
feel
giving,
right
you're
now.
giving correct answers.
Correct.
which is
No, I'm
good.
not giving
Your heart
a-
is saying something else. Though, so.
You have
No,
to be
my-
hippie about it. Come,
I
let's
am
just go
being
to
hippie
theatre.
about it. At this point, I really need to
Yeah,
have
I
a
know,
like
I mean,
play in my list. Yes.
But did you say that you started out with the stage play?
Yes, like a
Yeah.
small one. I experienced that kind of a vibe only once in my life. That's like for a year or something. There was a kutty space that Renu Ramanathan created. That is in the Walden. Yeah, Inner Space Little Theatre.
Uh-huh.
So that's where, for the first time, I got to watch world cinema, Bicycle Thieves, all classics like that. I had no clue about any of this. At home, like my mom wouldn't let me even watch like Hindi films, so there's no possibility of all of that. So that's where I actually for the first time kind of felt that acting is something that I should do or maybe I can do. And then we used to have this really wonderful workshops. There used to be like wonderful trainers who come and then they just make us do wonderful exercises. And I was so fascinated by that. Used to make small plays, invite a few people. And then we did like a site-specific performance. That's probably one of the best things I've done in my life. So that gave me a kind of like a special feeling, like that I don't get it anymore. So I want that. I've been wanting to experience that. I tried getting a little bit of it when I worked as an AD because it's not the same, but there's so much more work involved, more than being an actor. It's beyond being an actor. So that is something that I really liked, being behind camera. So I hope I can enjoy that and also that someday.
This and that. Now,
That.
one of the that worked for you recently big time was Dragon.
Yes,
this year.
Yes.
How was that?
I remember the director narrating me the story, and I just fell in love with both the scenes I had in the film. There are only 2 scenes I had in the film. Rest of it is a song, and then there is an impact of the character. And the major reason why I wanted to choose that character and be a part of that film was because of the scene, the redemption scene, where like I think
The one on the terrace?
the one in the terrace, you know, that's a very, very unconventional kind of scene. You know, people generally, there's a way that tepukari is what we call in Malayalam. So there's a way they consider women who come out of a relationship, and this was a really different take on it. And I really like the way he wrote it. And I think that's a scene that actually people would watch. And if it is from me, I'm more than happy. So yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and I'm glad that people actually liked it.
Yeah. So when again going back to that, did you think at any point that so I'm dumping this guy, are people going to hate me because of that those kinds of things run through your mind? I know you won't mind because you're pretty much cool with everything. So
I mean, that never happened because like this girl from the beginning, like this guy is supposed to be a bad guy.
Yeah, that's
he is a bad guy.
Yeah.
There's no one is justifying whatever he has done. That is the best part of the film too. Like whatever he has done in the film is bad.
Yeah.
And it's treated bad. And how it ends is also like in how he understands the entire thing and how his journey was, and he's just feeling guilty about it, and he chooses the right path.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts. So that is the part I like the most, because for a girl to face, it's not like that she went for a better guy just because she had an opportunity to do that. It's because she's tried so much to change him. She loved him so much. But this is what it is. For him, when a girl calls and say that we have to meet in the evening, it's just about setting the bedroom and nothing beyond that. That defines the character. And a girl breaking up with him is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read an interesting take about Imtiaz Ali's Tamasha. And I kind of was thinking about it when I watched Dragon. I mean, it's a take. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's an interesting take. They said that in some films, the woman exists mainly as an agent for the transformation of the man, as opposed to having her own thing. It was very, very, very well written and very. What do you think about that? It's like, about both. I'm just a question. Do you think about
That's true. I mean, in real life also, it is true that a man and a woman, they are extremely important in each other's life for their individual growths. And when it is not happening, when that is not happening is when you realize this is not right.
Right.
So another human being's presence in your life should actually lead you to growth. And if that is portrayed in a film, that's right. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. The girl has a life, she leads a life, but this person being a part of her life is another mission that is there. Like, it's a part of her life. It's not entirely about her life, it's a part of her life. And if they can have that mutual agreement in that mutual growth, nothing better than that. So, in Tamasha or the film Dragon, it is like that. It is explored like that. It's not like one person is selfish about their life and then they are moving ahead with the life. But because of the situations, love might not be as beautiful as it is portrayed in cinemas or we imagine. This is also another expression of love. Even after knowing that they're never going to be together, this girl thinks that she has had an impact in his life. Something that's not nice must have hurt him, and she is guilty about something that she has done. And then having a very good conversation about it and trying to help him to be a better person. So that is a proper arc. I mean, I think there are very few films that explode that part of it. So I think it's very important that we need men to support women and women to do that.
what do you think?
I mean, I get this thing about, I think it's somewhere women not being written in that much depth that you don't, like you're only seeing them treating this as their project, like a relationship or getting a man to become a good person.
A boy becoming a man.
Yeah, becoming a man. And you see that a lot in films, right? Like I think you see that a lot in life as well. But I guess in films, you're not seeing more of what else this woman is doing and what else her life is about, like she said.
What she goes through
in
the process.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to read this article.
I'm
I'll try-
really interested
I'll
to read this
try
article.
I'll try and dig it up for you. So,
yes.
so with regard to, you said this was also the most emotional, you had to push yourself to place, you had to push yourself to really emotional places in the Paradha. What did you do to get yourself to those places?
I mean, since the day we got this movie, we were excited about it, and we've executed it in the best way possible. And it is very, very, very difficult to release a film like this in theaters. There are very close people to me, really close people to me, around me, told me that this is a very good film, but theater lo work avadu. It won't work in the theaters. And I'm asking why? Why is that happening? We've done everything. We have wonderful visuals. We have a great story, like a wonderful screenplay. Everything about the film is nice. And why can't this film release in the theaters? It's like, and take commercial success avvadu. Why? Why can't that happen?
Well, we had Court this year, which
Yeah,
was...
we have Court this year.
Yeah.
But again, like that had like a huge support like Nani Garu. Lapata Ladies had Amir Khan sir.
Yeah.
So there's so much effort that we have to
See,
put
if you showed me
in.
this film earlier, I could have supported you.
Yes. I hope you...
This is what you're missing.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, but yeah.
But beyond all of this, a producer or a director wanting to make a film, this is not a small film. It's not a like huge budget like 1,000 crores or something, but it is comparing to women-centric films. They have spent a lot of money into this film. The main intention of spending so much into this film was to make it a theater release, so that we can watch it on the big screen, so that everyone watches it on a big screen, and expecting a commercial success from a female-centric film is somehow treated to be like not normal. It's like
that was That was the thing that made you.
Yeah, because like even when we approached to different platforms to buy this film, they loved the film. They were crying during the film and all of that. They said really beautiful things. But the female-centric film, Andy, we can't pay you more than this. So the payment is, the worth of the film is about if you have a hero or not.
Yeah.
And that is like sad. Like you like the film, you think it's worth. So just because it's a female-centric film, you're underpaying the film, just quoting that. And that is sad, you know, that is really sad. And I've been telling this movie has to be a success, but beyond all of that, this movie has to pave path for more films like this to come out. And that is what we've been working on. And even for I'm telling you honestly, producer wouldn't have released this movie if we didn't get a theatrical release date. We would have waited. If it was like next 6 months, 1 year, we would have waited.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
we would have waited.
Incredible that way. Like,
And we needed, like, only people like that can produce a film like this.
yeah.
So we need more people like that. For that, we need this to be a commercial success.
Yeah.
Films that are worth. That's what we are telling. Like, you watch the film, you like it, then support it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, no. You give the opportunity of watching the film, and if you like it, just support it. That's all.
So, what do you think of Malayalam cinema with regard to this? I mean, I know last year we had this fantastic film by Christo Tommy called Ulurku, right? It's like,
yes.
but is it more prevalent there that we get, you know, I know that people don't like to use the word women-centric,
Yeah,
but it is a
yeah.
term that's useful to just
Yeah.
discuss the fact that a film has female protagonists.
Yeah, no, I think it's still difficult even in Malayalam. Yes, I imagine it's not as difficult as this has been. Like in Malayalam, if this film were to release, I wouldn't say it's like a path-breaking event or something. But in Telugu it is. In Malayalam, but even after all of this, like, yeah, I have played characters and films that are, you know, whatever, women-centric films. And every time people come to me with like, the women empowerment, I'm just like, okay, now one more time I have to sit and cry. But for it to take off is still just as difficult. No, but I keep going to narrations. I'm just praying that it's just a light, fun thing. But I'm always like, oh no, I have to live with this girl's dreams getting shattered. And it's just like, I hear so many women's sob stories purely because 2 or 3 that I've done have worked. I have always get those. And I recently heard one film which was just, I laughed for I'm there for like a scene. But I laughed for like the whole like 2-hour narration, and I said, I don't care if it's for I'm crying in that, but I laughed for the narration, so I'm going to do it. But yeah, for the films that have the women in the lead, it's still so difficult for the films to take off. Like, I've heard so many of them, and they're just in different stages of like.
But what you say is so right, because even the films that mostly have female protagonists,
Yeah.
it's like, it's legit if it's like The Great Indian Kitchen or
Yeah.
Paradha or something that talks about,
Something,
you know, something
deep and serious,
like something
and,
very, you know, oh, this is about
Yeah.
women, as opposed to women just having fun.
Yeah,
you know,
you rarely get to see
you don't
that.
get to see like a Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara made with women.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, as in right now. As
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
I think Farhan planned one, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind
I
of,
remember.
you know, like,
Yeah.
it's not taken off. But yeah, but you don't get to see that.
Yeah.
It's always women-centric is always.
There are films like that, but they end up on OTT platforms and people don't even know about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I would like to mention that Praveen talks of our film as a mix of Zindagi Na Milega Dobara
and Kantara.
Oh God!
So we laughed a lot, but it's, I mean,
Now
yeah.
I really want to watch.
Yeah,
this.
so I mean, with this film, I do think that you're seeing these 3 women have a really good time. And it's fun also, like,
Fun
which is
also.
why, which it is about all of this, and it's about this girl and her dreams and all of these really intense things. But it's also these 3 fools just like, you know, like faffing around.
Yes.
So That's what I really enjoyed doing. Like I
I
really
still like
had
the comparison, like how he related the film. to
I
it.
just love that. It's,
yeah,
because
like
that's-
that's my vibe.
you know,
It's a
because
mix
yeah,
of
they say that in Hollywood, this elevator pitch concept, right? It's like
yeah,
you
I
have
think
you
this is
should,
his-
the meets is the most crucial word, because it's like this film meets this film,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
they love that idea of,
yeah,
because
Yeah.
it gives them an immediate visual,
Visual,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
what the end product is
Oh
going
We
my
to
heard
be.
him say this
Say
in an
this in
interview,
interview.
and we both were like, okay, okay then.
Okay, whoa, whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
fine.
Okay, fine.
That-
But yeah, I think it's sort of in that space.
It's
Right.
sort of in that.
Yeah,
space,
yeah.
yes.
That's nice. So I hope it gets the same kind of success, and it was good as always talking to you,
Lovely.
and lovely meeting you. I hope you
Yeah.
have a big success with this, and to Praveen too.
Yes,
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Joyalika's world's favorite jeweler diamond wedding collection by Paradha.
Juicy, spark the happiness, quench your thirst naturally.
Aashik, India's #1 trusted gold buyers. We release pledged gold instant cash payment.